And Stewart so casually puts it into the back of the net.
I couldn't play, and one of the hardest things for a footballer, especially someone like me, who's so driven to play, who just loves playing, because I had such a tough time with injuries, and through the injuries, people just chatting shit, I had to detach myself from football mentally, or I'd go insane.
I can feel you definitely have some entrepreneurialism in you.
Yeah, bro, I relate to business guys and entrepreneurs the most. I don't relate to footballers. Learn how to operate in the gym by yourself, learn how to eat by yourself. It's not going to be sustainable if you're always reliant upon a PT. So if you go on holiday, what are you going to do? You're going to not work out. True. If he goes on holiday, what are you going to do? If he's sick, what are you going to do? Just not go gym now and just sabotage all the work you've done.
So you played against Messi, right? What was that like?
Very, very disappointed.
No way.
Serious, bro. Genius, man. Oh, genius, bro.
So without further ado, I'm Radin Jerome. Wherever you are in your life or wherever you're going, whether financially, spiritually, or for your health, I hope you're on your way. Now let's get into it.
Kevin.
My bro.
Welcome.
Good to be here, man.
Come
the most comfortable podcast I've ever been on, bro.
We did a podcast yesterday. You were on high stools, weren't you?
Yeah.
No,
back to Aiken and that.
Yeah, this is pretty comfortable. You're right. It sometimes gets too comfortable,
especially
especially like in the back of a car. It's very easily fall asleep, right? So I don't want to put anyone on blast, but if there's like a boring podcast, you're like,
That's why you had the Biggie Smalls track on.
Yeah.
Got to hype him off a bit, bro.
Get you going. Yeah. So what brings you to Dubai?
A few different things, bro. Business, definitely. I came here in the summer for a few weeks. I loved it.
Yeah.
The guys I met out here in such a small amount of time, the quality of people I met out here was great. Kids obviously loved it. Yeah. The wife loved it as well. So that was one thing. And then obviously just the family life. Yeah. Family life. And I know it's been said so many times, but the West, the UK, it's just not it, is it? It's falling apart, man. I'm not the normal thinker. So I feel like I've just sussed it out early and how the vibe is, and I'm just like, I don't really want to be a part of it. I'd much rather be over here. And I felt the difference in vibe and energy, in just the way they do things, the schooling system for my kids, just everything. I was like, I just knew I was supposed to be here. I couldn't be there any longer. So it was like a pull, like I got pulled here. That's how I felt.
Where are you from?
From London originally.
Just London?
Yeah.
Okay. Whereabouts in London?
Enfield. North London.
Yeah, North London. Okay, so tell me about your career. What do people know about you?
So they know about, mostly known for playing for Liverpool.
Okay.
So my boyhood club, that was like a dream.
Yeah.
Me and my dad supported Liverpool when we was younger, so it was a dream. It wasn't so much a dream when you're doing it because you're so competitive. Yeah. And it's like you're not a fan anymore when you're there. Yeah. It's work now, and you're trying to push and progress like every single day. So it loses this magic. Yeah. Like what I had when I was a kid. But nevertheless, it was still amazing experience. So that's probably what I'm known the most for, football, and then and playing for Liverpool.
Got it. How long did you play for Liverpool for?
I was there for about 3 years.
Wow.
3 years, yeah. I played about 20 games for them. Yeah. Which is amazing. I would like to be more, of course. Yeah. But it's a tough game, man. Very, very tough. That's like one of the biggest clubs in the world. Yeah. In the best division in the world. So it was super competitive, very hard. Obviously great players that you're competing against. But 20 games, man. Boyhood club, right? I'll take it.
Sheesh. Yeah, I mean, it's funny, like when you chase your passion or your dream, it quickly doesn't become a passion anymore, because like let's say I love aviation, I want to be a pilot, I love flying. Okay, cool. But now you're flying 50 hours a week, and now you're like, I hate this. Yeah, bro. I don't want to do this anymore.
Something that you'll do as a hobby every now and then, just all of a sudden it just ram down your throat. But it's not even that, Like I could never play enough of football. I could play all day, every day. I could never ever fall out of the game of playing football, but it's the other bullshit that comes with it. Yeah. The fans, and I can say this now because the fans, bro, they're so toxic. It's jarring.
No way.
They feel like they own you, bro. Wow. And I'm someone that I can't be controlled by anything, like to an extent. I hate being controlled, whether it's my own thoughts, my own fears, other people. I can't stand it. And the whole time, as I got older, it became more apparent to me that I just felt like they're always trying to control me, control what I say, what I do, and I just hate it, bro. So I'm like not playing, currently not playing. I just rebel, bro. Anyone that sends something to me on DMs, I just clap back straight away.
Really?
I couldn't before, innit? You get fined.
Now you can.
No, I can. Now I just do what I want, say what I want.
Did you get fined?
No, I never got fined. I got in trouble
fined?
sometimes.
Okay.
They'll come up to me and be like, yo, like, you can't do this.
Like what?
Just anything, like, I might, cheers, bro. I might just come back at them on Twitter, say something,
Got ya.
and then it's just frowned upon. I never went too, I never went too far. I never would while playing. It's like, obviously a bit of a disrespect to the club.
Sure.
To an extent, so I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I maybe was borderline sometimes.
So like, when you say the fans are so toxic, they feel like they own you. Like, what? Tell me an experience.
Right, I'll tell you one straight from the back. So, as a footballer, it's a fleeting career, right? So all the skills you have is fleeting. You can only have it for a certain amount of time. So it's very important that obviously footballers build a life for themselves and some stability for their families, right? So there was a time about 2 years ago where I was injured. I was injured for like 3 months. And even being injured is one of the worst. It's the toughest time for a footballer. And I started posting about my property developments that I was doing.
Because you're injured, you weren't playing.
Yeah, but I wasn't. But even if I was, I would have still posted. I'm just posting it.
Sure.
It's cool. I built it from the ground up, massive apartment block. It was cool. So I really loved it. Really, it kept me sane while I couldn't play.
Yeah.
And then anything outside of football, they just don't want to see it. They don't want to hear it. So when I was doing it, I was getting accused of faking injuries just so I could pursue a property development career, which was crazy. So they're like, you know, you it's very frowned upon that you do that. So they're like, you're not focusing on your football.
Yeah.
You're supposed to just give 100%. Why? Do you know what I mean? Why are you posting about property? Is that all you're doing now? Are you not trying to get back? Where it's stupid. Like, I'm literally grinding for the first 5-6 hours of my day, trying to get fit, and then for 1% of my day, I post something about property.
Yeah.
And then it's, oh my God, you're not focusing on football, and I'm now stealing the club's money because I'm not actually trying to play football. All that shit, bro. That's what basically what it is. Very toxic. But then they're the first people to laugh when a football player goes broke. What are you supposed to do?
So you're never gonna win.
How can you win?
You're not gonna win.
No.
Damn. Okay. And like the thing is, you know, property development doesn't require any of your time. You're not there painting walls.
Bro, they thought I was laying the bricks.
Right?
I put a hard hat on for 10 minutes, got some pictures, bro, and that was it.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
Jesus. So did you ever feel any like did you ever feel any racism?
I never experienced it. No,
okay.
no, never. A few of the guys that I played with have, but I personally never.
Yeah. Because Liverpool fans are wild.
Yeah, do you know what? I think Liverpool fans, I've never actually heard any racism from Liverpool fans or a story about it. Not that I know of, I could be wrong. But there's other ones that are a lot worse, bro.
Yeah, okay.
I actually know. Maybe I have. I get to Millwall one time. Millwall are the worst.
Where?
Millwall, yeah, that type. I've heard a few things at some away games.
What about Celtic?
I've never played against Celtic.
No, okay.
Never played against Celtic. But one I know is renowned for a little bit is Millwall. I've heard it a few times. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So did you ever experience like any like people throwing things on the pitch or anything like that?
Yeah. No, I've had nothing crazy. I've had no
Okay.
crazy fan stories like that. But you hear them. I know players that I've had a lot worse.
Yeah.
Some bad racism in football. It's still going on now. Even there's one the other day. I think a player called Casey Palmer got some slack from some fans, some racism, which is it's a joke, isn't it? But it's part of the point. I don't even know why.
Yeah.
I don't even know why certain players even care when they get it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you can't change anything,
who
bro.
cares?
Like, I don't see why you let it hurt you so much.
Yeah. You're making millions of dollars. They're here paying to watch you play. Just play.
Yeah, bro. Literally.
You know? Okay. So how did you get found, by the way? To be a soccer player. To be a professional soccer player.
I was playing grassroots, just like a Sunday league team, amateur.
Sure.
And there were just the scouts always, bro, going around to all like the best teams. I was like a really good team, so just got scouted. They see me play, they invite me to come and train, do like a trial, 6-week trial, and then go from there, bro.
Okay, so then from the trial, and then did you choose Liverpool or did they choose you?
No, so how it worked, I was at Spurs first.
Sure.
So I was at Spurs for 7 years. That's why I came through the academy ranks, and then I got released from Spurs when I was 20. And there was a coach that I worked really close with that just we just really liked each other. He was my favourite coach. He just really liked the way I did things, my work ethic, my mindset. And then he left to go from Spurs to Liverpool.
Okay.
And then when I got released from Spurs, he brought me to Liverpool. And then went from there, signed there.
Got ya. Best like pitch to play at.
Best player?
No, best pitch or stadium to play at.
Play at. Bro, it's Anfield, you know.
Really?
Yes, bro. Oh,
Just the energy.
The energy is... Have you ever been? You ever been?
Once.
You been to Anfield?
Yeah.
Did you hear the song? Did you get there early enough to hear the song? Just before kickoff?
No, I rocked up half time.
You missed, bro. You can't go to Anfield and miss the beginning of it, bro.
What happened was a buddy of mine said, apparently, like, because he said, "Are you into soccer?" I was like, "No, not really. I'm in NBA, but I mean, I want to go." And he goes, "We'll go half time," because his house was like close to it. Apparently, half time, there's people on the streets selling tickets.
Oh.
Yeah, so we went there and he got tickets for like £50 or something, and then we walked in. But no, I didn't see the song.
Yeah, bro. The beginning bit, the song,
really
is crazy, bro.
Okay.
On the middle of the pitch as well, it's even better. But they all sing a song, "You Never Walk Alone."
Yeah.
And it's just, bro, it gives you chills, bro. It's amazing, man.
I'll
That's one
Google
thing
it.
I miss the most.
Yeah, I'll Google it.
Yeah, bro. It's not the same, obviously, but if you ever go again, make sure, if you're only going to do half, you've got to do the first half.
Yeah.
Bro, it's the best, man.
Okay. That sounds exciting, actually.
Bro, it's unbelievable. Wembley is a close second run-up. The time that I played there, it was like 90,000. It's like the second largest crowd at Wembley that I played. That was unreal as well. But the Liverpool vibe, the togetherness is different level.
Yeah. The Dennis Rodman, he said, "I'll play basketball for free. I love basketball. What you got to pay me for is the media and everything else that comes with it."
Yeah, 100%,
right?
100%.
So what is it about the sport? Like you play soccer for free, you love it.
Yeah.
But what is it about the sport that you'd have to get paid to do?
It depends, isn't it? Because I'd obviously have to get paid to play because it's so time consuming, and that's the problem with my options out here of playing out here. Because there's still potential I might play out here, but the problem is that it consumes so much of your time and energy. So you obviously couldn't play for free. If I made £1 billion tomorrow, then I would play for free.
Sure.
Because there's no risk. If I get injured, I'm set. I'm good.
Yeah.
So obviously I still have to pay me to play because I need to get paid, right? I need to make a living. So but let's say I was a billionaire, finances was not an issue, play for free, but what would I need to get paid for? Yeah, it's that, bro. It's the media, it's the fans, it's the shit you gotta take.
Yeah.
It's I think just having to be somewhere all the time and not having full control of what you want to do, what you want to say. So you kind of getting paid to behave well, to behave how they want you to behave. That's what you probably have to get paid for.
It's like celebrities. They can't you know. Did you watch this podcast recently with Joe Rogan and The Rock?
No. Is that they done one?
Yeah. So they did one recently. Joe Rogan and The Rock, and The Rock didn't say anything. Like Joe Rogan was talking about politics, this and that, and he just said so on the border of yes or no, and sat on the fence and didn't want to give his opinion.
Serious?
Because he's been paid by the studios. If you're being paid by the studios and you're doing this and you're doing that, you can't have an opinion. You can't say, you're right, Palestine, this, Israel, this. You know what I mean?
Bro, that's a sellout, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say now because everyone's gonna be like, oh yeah, but you're not getting paid the money Rock's getting. I can probably say now, there's certain beliefs that I have, there's certain morals that I have that you cannot pay me to go against. Like I don't care. Like I'm fully against alcohol. I'm fully against betting. No alcohol brand could pay me any money to promote alcohol. I wouldn't do it. So, and that's a little bit how I started feeling with football when I was younger.
Sure.
It wasn't so apparent. I was just like, it's a dream, right?
Yeah.
All you're thinking about is playing. I'll do anything. Tell me to, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. I want to play for Liverpool. I want to be a pro footballer. I want to get paid well from it. So then it's different. But when you get older and you start believing in more things, you start standing for more things. It gets a bit different. It gets harder, and that's kind of why I'm here now and why I haven't been so pushy to go back in, because I feel like I'd feel like a bit of a sellout if I did, to be honest. Because now I can actually impact people the way I want to impact them through my fitness business, through my social media, through my personal brand that I couldn't do before. So I'm a lot more free not playing football. Like my life actually gets better without football in a funny way. Take away the enjoyment, which I can just get anyways. I play here for in a little friendly go with some guys that I like. So that gives me the hit I need for football.
Sure.
But I feel like God. I think God didn't want me to play anymore. He's like, that's enough. You're not supposed to do. You're supposed to do something else. And like, no matter how much I pushed and tried to go against it, I'm like, no, I'm gonna get my career back on track. I'm playing. I'm getting over these injuries. He's like, nah. It's not gonna happen, bro.
It's
That's
funny.
how I felt.
A buddy of mine, he played for the juniors for Barcelona, right? And he same thing as you. He kept trying to be like, no, I'm going to get it back on the road. I'm going to get back on the. But he got a little bit mixed up with drugs and alcohol and stuff like that, right? But soccer players have got this tenacity. It's like, oh, I'm going to get it back. I'm going to get it back. You know, they just keep pushing.
Yeah, football is like, I've never seen something so strongly attached to people's identity than football.
Yeah.
Seriously, like friends really, a lot of people I know really struggle with it. I've struggled with it. It gets so attached. I don't actually know why. I've never actually thought about it to break it down. Why do people get so attached to football? But I think it's a lot of, thinking about it, it's probably a lot of what other people expect of you.
Yeah.
And because it's such a big thing for other people, they attach it to your identity.
Yeah.
Like any footballer asks them when they go meet their friends, their family, they're like, oh, how's football? How's football?
Yeah.
First thing they ask you. So I think that's what kind of creates that. And it can get really strong, man. There's been some people that really struggle mentally into depression. Footballers are coming out now, talking about it a lot now. I don't know if you've seen like the Dele Alli interview. There was another one, a guy from Love Island that I seen. He was a footballer who was talking about it. They go through some serious issues, man. Wow. Seriously, it's tough.
It's like religion. Especially in South America.
Yeah.
It's like a religion.
Yeah.
There's actually a religion based off Maradona.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Okay, so if you were to, so you're in conversations, right? How long have you been in Dubai for now?
About 2 months.
Okay, so not long. You just came in, and now you're in talks about playing.
I have been.
Okay.
I was like, well, I came out here to retire. I'm not gonna lie.
Sure.
I came out here. I'm finished now.
How old are you?
30.
30.
Which, bro, by the way, if you told me 6 months ago I was gonna be in Dubai ready to retire, I'd be like, no way.
Why?
Like, impossible. Because I love football too much. I'm too attached.
I see.
But because I had such a tough time with injuries, and through the injuries, people just chatting shit, fans chatting shit.
Yeah.
I had to detach myself from football mentally,
Sure.
or I'd go insane. So because I couldn't play, and one of the hardest things for a footballer, especially someone like me, who's so driven to play, who just loves playing, I love competing, and if you can't do that, and I can't progress with that, like it's one of the hardest things.
Yeah.
So it was either go into fucking depression like everybody else, or detach and be okay with not playing anymore.
Yeah.
And then I detached so well that I retired.
Yeah.
That I was able to retire,
It's
which
an
is
addiction.
kind of crazy.
It sounds like an addiction, honestly. Football.
It is, bro.
Honestly.
It is. Yeah, it really
but it's
is.
so good. You need to give something your whole life for it to give you a new life.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what you've done.
Yeah.
And bro, being able to retire at 30, that's incredible.
Yeah, man. Like, it's not ideal. I definitely wouldn't have wanted to do it in a football respect, and I still don't have to. But a lot of players get to this point, but they have either they're not courageous enough, or they don't have the ability to, because they don't see any other option for themselves out there, or they feel like they couldn't yet make a living somewhere else. But I think just with my mindset, I feel like I can just do anything. As long as I put my full self into something else, then I'll just do it. That's why I've been trying to not get sucked back into football out here, because I know that if I divide my attention, then I'm not going to have either one of what I want to a full extent. I'm not going to have the full extent I want in business and the impact that I want to make, and I'm not going to have the full career that I want to have. So one's got to go. So
what's the point of plan B if it's going to distract you from plan A?
Exactly, you're right. Yeah.
And I mean, you are a bit of an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? So that's
I'll say so now. Yeah.
You know, I feel
like as a footballer, you're supposed to be entrepreneurs anyways.
Correct.
That's what I didn't know when I was younger.
Yeah.
If I knew what I knew now business wise, everything would be different.
Yeah.
Everything would be different. I think. Yeah. I mean, it's obviously hard to say, but I think I would have like reached the highest levels of football if I had the strategy and the business mind behind it, for sure.
Yeah.
But I learned it late, which is cool.
That's what. Listen, you're still very young and retire. Like, bro, what's the retirement age? How old are you exactly? So you're fine.
You mean in real life?
Yeah, in real life.
Football life. Yeah. But I don't even like to say retired. It's retired from football, isn't it? I'm not fucking retired, bro.
Yeah.
I'm working constantly,
of course,
non-stop, 4 a.m. to fucking 11 p.m, bro.
Yeah. But no, I can feel you definitely have some entrepreneurialism in you. You know what I mean?
Bro, I relate to the business guys and entrepreneurs the most. I don't relate to footballers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, really. I don't have much like close friends as footballers. We just don't have the same minds, the same beliefs, the same habits. But I really connect with entrepreneurs and business guys. That's why most of them are who I talk to and who I chill with.
Yeah. Who's the best player you've ever played with?
Ever played with?
Not doesn't have to be on your team.
Play with or against?
Yeah, with or against. He's on the pitch and you're like, fuck.
It's two answers. Messi's the best player I played against.
Wow.
But he wasn't the best. He wasn't the hardest opponent on the day. He's Messi. It was a pre-season friendly. It was like a bit of a cup, but he was chilled. He was very chilled.
Sure.
So obviously he would have been the best. So it wouldn't be right for me to not say Messi.
Yeah.
But on the day, he wasn't a very tough opponent.
Sure.
But the toughest opponent that I've played with, it'd be William. William was one of the toughest players I played against, and played with was Coutinho.
Okay.
He was a magician, bro. They're both magicians, but Coutinho was a magician, bro. I pride myself on my game of like how aggressive I am, how I can dispossess the other team, how I tackle, how I take the ball of other players. That was my strength. And with Coutinho, bro, he was too clever. Like, you try and creep up on him and he just watches you the whole time while the ball's coming. He didn't have to look at the ball. He just look at you while the ball's coming and you're like, you can't do nothing, bro. He was a genius, man. I enjoyed playing with and against him.
Let's talk about alcohol. Have you ever drank alcohol?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Never to a crazy extent. Like, I've never ever been like blackout drunk.
Sure.
Never done anything crazy, while being drunk. I would drink like a few times a year on an occasion. That makes shit more fun, and it does make things more fun. So yeah, I did. I haven't drunk probably a couple of years now, maybe like 3-4 years. And when I did, it would be like Christmas dues or something like that.
Sure. Okay, so now you're completely off it.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah, okay. Because it's like, research came out recently. 20 years ago they said a glass of red with dinner is okay, but now they're saying 0 alcohol is okay. So you got to have no alcohol.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Of course.
Not even a drop. But then I did further research and it said the best alcohol you could have is tequila because it's guava based.
Yeah, I've heard that.
But then there's a big gap in it. But he goes, but regardless, it has to be none. Right.
Yeah, bro.
Did you have any of the players that were like loose? Like they would get out secretly on weekends and let loose into that? Really?
Yeah. Even we did at 19, bro. I got suspended one time for drinking. It was the first time I ever drunk.
Yeah.
It was all on tour. It's crazy. It's actually crazy, and it was so out of character. It was mad. We was on tour one time. It was 19. We just played a game in Italy, and it was someone's birthday. We ordered wine to the room, bro. No joke. Yeah. I wanted to just taste it. Next thing I knew, I woke up in the morning, bro, and there was just like bottles laid out everywhere. It was madness.
And that's your first time?
That was my first time.
Ever drinking?
Yeah.
The first time's always slippery.
Yeah, always slippery, bro. But bro, like alcohol in football is part of the culture. It's huge. Yeah. Everyone drinks. All the fans drink. Yeah. So imagine this is why it's fucking annoying. Yeah, you can go out on the weekend, drink, get drunk. You've seen everything. Like you might have seen like Grealish and all of that. He likes to drink, and the fans glorify it, bro. They applaud it. They're like, oh, what a guy, what a lad. And then a guy who's trying to build a fucking foundation for his family, doing some property, gets ridiculed, bro. It's fucking backwards, man. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's the annoying part.
How big did that get? Was it just a couple of comments, or was it like newsworthy?
No, not that big. It's just it was amongst the club and their fans.
Oh, and
not that big.
Okay.
Just like within the club. If it was at Liverpool, maybe it would have been a bit different. But it was when I was somewhere else.
Sure. So the last team you played for was for Liverpool?
No, Blackpool.
And when did that finish?
This summer, just gone June.
So 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So 6 months ago, you stopped playing and you moved to Dubai. Mm-hmm. Why Dubai?
That's a good thing. Anywhere else.
Okay.
That would.
But you want to get out of the UK.
No, do you know, I wasn't like, I need to get out of the UK. I still do like the UK, and I still could have lived there. But where I wanted to take things and what I had in mind, the vision that I had, it wasn't going to be, the UK wouldn't have fulfilled it. It had to be somewhere else. Like, this wouldn't happen in the UK, being here now. The guys that I've met in the last 2 months wouldn't have done it in the UK. Yeah. So Dubai was the only place that made sense. It ticked all the boxes that we needed, family-wise, business-wise. Even just religiously, bro. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued in Islam for sure. My boy that's living with me now, he's also Muslim, so I'm learning a lot from him, learning a lot from the guys that I've met out here. So that was also a pull that brought me here. I'd like to learn more about it for sure.
Yeah,
I'm curious.
Yeah, I mean, look, to be honest with you, you meet rich people all the time, but like none of them interest me unless they have like a if they're strong on their deen, if they're strong on their religion.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's like, oh yeah, you're a crypto kid that just caught a pump, but you have no
bullshit,
backbone.
Yeah, because of shit. Like,
you know,
podcast. Well, I'm the same with my podcast. I got to speak to people now that I really feel like they tick all the boxes. They've got to there's a few. So financially, it'd be good if they're doing well, right? So it shows that they're smart, they work hard, whatever. Fitness-wise and health is a big thing for me as well. Like, you've got to just be looking after health and fitness. That's got to be a part of what you do. And someone who's disciplined, someone who has good habits. Because one thing that annoys me is all the people that have influence, that have money, that do well, and they just have shit habits. They're not disciplined. They glorify the alcohol and all, because I've seen too many people struggle with shit like that, and they look up to these people and they watch what they do. When we're talking about cutting alcohol, I mean, you're talking about the studies and health-wise. Like, health is one thing, obviously, but the biggest reason why I don't drink is for the people that look up to me. They can't see me drinking. Yeah. Because I've seen too many people struggle. And just because I can handle a drink doesn't mean that when my son grows up and he sees me drinking and he starts, it means he can handle a drink. So that's what I mean, bro. You get people that their friend will come to them struggling mentally. Yeah. In a bad place, what's the first thing they do? Put their arm around them and take them to the fucking pub, bro. Yeah. Make it double as worse. Yeah. It doesn't make sense, bro. So health-wise, I'm not even that bothered. Like, I eat junk food when I want to for some fun, and if alcohol was that, then I would one alcohol drink every now and then. It's fine, right? Yeah. It's not gonna kill you. So that's fine. But it's what it shows other people is why I don't drink. So I've seen people struggle. A lot of it's come from alcohol. And so if I just cut it off, they're like, yo, Kev, don't drink. Then if they really look up to me and I have the influence over them and I say I don't drink, then they don't drink. And if I do drink, then it's a scapegoat for them. They'll be like, all right, you drink, no? Yeah. So I've got to cut it out completely. Yeah, true. And there's such a culture of it as well in UK. I mean, strong. I'm from Australia, like same thing with us. It's like when you got to go out Saturday night, you got to go out with the boys. You got to do this, you got to do that. And it's like sometimes you don't want to drink, but you're not gonna have fun if you don't drink because like. But that's not true. You can have fun though, man. No, but here's the thing, right? Like here's the thing. You go to a club, right? Listen. I tried not drinking, right? You go to a club. He's sweaty. He's too close to my ear. He's spitting at me. If I'm not drunk, like I'm like, get away from me, right? Yeah. But if I'm drunk, I'm in it. I'm in the midst of it. But then that would push you to just not go out. Yeah, correct. Then you, which is what happened to me in Australia. I stopped going out, right? Which is perfect. Like I didn't. It was a waste of time and money and energy, anyways, right? It's a lot of hedonism that you don't need. Yeah. But what I love about Dubai is you don't need to drink. Yeah, you don't need to drink. The conversations are great. I'm being stimulated. My brain's being stimulated going out and having conversations with people. Yeah. While over there, it's just such a drinking culture. It's crazy. But everywhere, like from football to the workplace, everywhere just. I had one guy say to me one time, I don't trust anybody that don't drink. Yeah. Like, what? Yeah. What does that even mean, bro? Like that's like saying I don't trust anyone that don't do coke. Yeah. Who said this? I won't name names. Oh, okay. Is it buddy of yours? It was a player. It was a player. Was he? Yeah. Cut him off. Is he still? That's what happens though. Like if you say in amongst like a certain community, a culture, like a workplace or football, that you don't drink, they look at you strange. They're like, what? Yeah. Why don't you drink? I'm like, bro, wake up. Do you not hear yourself? Why do you not do coke? Same shit. Like, I find it crazy. But why it pisses me off as well is I don't like seeing people struggle. I hate seeing people struggle, and I hate seeing people being peer pressured into negative shit. So why I go against it is because I'm strong enough to go against it. I'm strong enough to get for people to laugh at me for not drinking. Sure. I'm cool with that. But I know there's so many other people that aren't as strong who will then get peer pressured into it and ruin their whole lives, bro. Yeah. So I'm trying to make the positive path cool. Yeah. So they don't feel so alienated when they don't drink or when they choose not to drink. Yeah. So many of my friends, bro, they, like you said, they only drink to socialize. Yeah. Or they generally can't be themselves without alcohol. Yeah. Or they'll feel like their boss won't treat them the same if they don't drink. I'm like, fuck him. Yeah, dude. It's almost like they want to do it as if in a way for you to fit in. Yeah, exactly. So I've got my business partner actually. His name is Gav, right? Die-hard Liverpool fan. Is he? Die-hard. When I was talking about die-hard is when I talk to him about you're so die-hard. Do you remember? He goes to me, bro, it's all I have. I was like, he's got 2 kids. Gav, as promised, I've got a Liverpool player on the podcast, and I just thought I'd video call you and see if you had any questions. Gav, what's going on, bro?
I've got a Liverpool player on the podcast. I just wanted to see if you had any questions.
Nice.
What's going on, bro?
How did you end up with this guy?
Fate, bro.
Listen, we're on air right now, so if you want to ask any of your questions, you ask away.
Anything, bro. Fire ahead. I'm an open book.
You put me on the spot now, yeah.
Oh,
What score do you think it'll be tonight?
Tonight, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't even really follow it right now, so I don't even know who's playing.
What's that?
I don't even follow it right now, so I don't even know who's playing.
They're playing Fulham tonight.
Oh, they're playing Fulham.
League Cup semi.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you obviously
Second leg.
right. Yeah, expect to win, obviously.
Yeah. Well, it's down in Fulham. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah. Is it easy to follow out here with the time differences?
Yeah. Well, no. We'll be up in the middle of the night, 4 a.m. for me now.
Oh, really?
He's in Australia.
Oh, he's in Australia. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Oh, crazy. Yeah. That must be tough, bro.
Yeah. How long have you been out in Dubai?
About 2 months.
Well, how do you like it out there?
Bro, I love it, man. Really like it. Enjoying it. But it's still the honeymoon phase, right? So time will tell, man.
Listen, you should have done the Daniel Sturridge and come out here.
Is it? Oh, yeah. He played out there for a bit, didn't he?
Yeah, he was out with Fred Glory. Yeah, we actually gave him a car when he was here. He was driving one of our vehicles around the place.
Oh, right. I actually did get linked with a club in Australia. Strangely, there was no truth to it. I can't remember which club it was called.
Which city?
Right, I have to go on.
Perth, Brisbane.
Let me try and
Gold
Google it.
Coast,
I can't actually remember, but I remember seeing it. I was like, well, I woke up to it. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me try and find that if I can.
I thought I'd give you a call, Gav, because I know you want to say hi to the cameras.
Yes. You can get me on this.
No, I can't
All right.
find it.
Any more questions, Gav?
No, I'll leave you boys to it.
All right.
Nice to meet you, bro.
See you, bud.
Nice to meet you, man.
See you, bud. Bye. That's my business partner, Gav, is a diehard fan.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about going to like Saudi Arabia and just getting like a multi-million-dollar deal?
Of course, you think about it, innit? But
Yeah.
it's hard. It's harder than you think, man. There's a lot of like rules in football. Like you can't have a certain amount. I don't know if it's the same in Saudi. I think it's the same in Saudi. You can't have a certain amount of foreigners. Like they really look out for the locals. Yeah. So it's definitely a rule in Dubai. You can't have more than like three or five foreigners on the pitch at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's hard. You can't just they can't just bring whoever they want out here.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to come to Saudi. So
Yeah.
the competition's tough. There was like I had a little bit of back and forth with a little bits there and some agents out there, but I didn't push anything.
Yeah.
Because I just felt like I wasn't supposed to do it.
Yeah.
And I was gonna upset the big man if I did.
Yeah. Okay.
So and if it got put in front of me, then I'd look at it. But every time, even here, every time I like went to training with a club here, because I trained with a few clubs here, I was like, I'm not supposed to do this. You know, I'm gonna get a bad lesson here.
Yeah.
Somehow,
right.
like another injury or something. But
Yeah.
But I just feel good, man. I feel right doing what I'm doing. To be honest.
It's well said, because I mean, if the big man upstairs offers you something, then that's what he wanted for you.
Yeah,
Right?
for sure.
It's like in the Bible, there's a man that sits in the desert going, God, if you love me, you'll save me.
Mm-hmm.
And a man comes with a donkey. He says, listen, you're gonna dehydrate. Let me take you to the closest village. He said, no, God's
Turned
got
it down.
me.
Yeah.
You know the story.
Yeah.
And when he dies and goes to heaven, it's like, what happened, God? It's like, I sent someone to come get you.
Yeah, exactly,
So
man.
if God presents you an opportunity to do something like that, then that's obviously.
But the hardest part about it is he asking me to work harder and push through more adversity and get it back to where I want it to be, or is he telling me to just leave it alone? And I felt like he was telling me to leave it alone. I can only go off feeling, and right now it feels right, so that's just move of it, man.
Got ya. So now that you're obviously discussing with clubs about going back into football and doing some football, on top of that you got some business ventures. What are the business side of things looking for you right now?
Yeah, so that's the main thing right now. That's what I'm putting like my full energy into, and it's coaching, so it's fitness coaching. So I've got that's the main one. So fitness coaching is what I really want to push. That's where I know I'm going to make the most impact. So it's fitness coaching, it's mindset coaching, and it's just trying to, like I said, it's just trying to make the positive path cool. So I just want to save people, bro. All the people that are struggling. Through all my adversities, through football, for all my triumphs, I've built like a really strong mind. I've built a really strong character, and I just want to give people the tools of what worked for me to do that. And I think now people need it the most, man. And I've lost someone last year very close to me, like a little brother who went through some tough times. And the last thing for him that went was his fitness, was his health. So I feel like fitness it just saves lives, man. If you've got that in order, then it makes it a lot harder for you to struggle. So yeah, bro. So I really want to all the tools I've learned, I just want to give it to other people.
Yeah.
And it starts through fitness. I really want to change the world with fitness, starting with Dubai. So I'm going to get people fit, mentally, physically, through my coaching program, through my fitness program, and just try to change things, man. And I want to start by working with a lot of entrepreneurs, bro. A lot of entrepreneurs that are really stressed out. They're really busy, and they neglect their health. And they're so driven in their field that they neglect their health, and then other parts of their life start falling apart.
Sure.
So, like we said, bro, you can be really successful financially, but if you haven't put the other aspects into place, it doesn't mean anything. So, I really want to start going into companies and working with like the top guys and changing their perspective on the link between, even performance-wise, fitness. The fitter you are, the better you're going to be, right? In whatever you do, your business performance is going to increase. So just taking my expertise and the pro football mindset and the pro athlete culture, separate culture, not the alcohol culture, the other culture, the competitiveness, the mindset, and bring that into companies and help them improve. And hopefully it filters down into their employees and staff, and just getting everyone fit, bro. I'm here to get everyone fit.
If you like this video, consider subscribing. We do weekly podcasts with experts in every industry to help you find direction and guide you on your way. Now let's get back into it. I mean, it's such a necessary, as cup holder, it's such a necessary thing that you do, especially with like high-end CEO, especially in Dubai and stuff like that. Because how I look at it is, when you train them in the morning before they go to their CEO job or whatever it is, that's the hardest thing that they've gone through that day. So if they've already gone through the hardest thing that day, every decision in the office is going to be easy.
Yeah, facts, 100%.
Afterwards,
yeah,
right?
You started what's hard, definitely.
So that's why it's so necessary, especially with you being an ex-professional soccer player, like being able to market that and go, we're going to train you like that. By the way, I've had my friend that was in the junior leagues for Barcelona. He trains me.
Nice.
Man, I need to vomit.
Yeah.
Dude, the training, and I mean, you have a look, there's a lot of cases of soccer players that have heart attacks and fall on the pitch and they die, right? There's a lot of cases of that.
Yeah.
The strain you guys put on your heart, like it's just like sprint, jog, stop.
Yeah.
It kills you.
Yeah, it's tough, bro.
It kills you. Now, when you're in a match, I think it's a different story because you're chasing a ball. And men are like dogs. You know what I mean? Like active ball, run. You don't think about the fitness side of things, right? But when you're like in the gym and doing it yourself,
it's the worst, bro, because that's all you're focused on.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but when you're on your pitch, it's easy.
But it's got to be done in the morning, bro. Because I always tell the people that I work with, all the clients, get it done in the morning. One, because that's when your discipline's at its strongest, your willpower's at its strongest, and you don't want the mental weight of, I've got to go gym tonight. You know, bro. You know you haven't been, but you get it done, dusted.
Yeah.
And the thing is as well, that the reason why you go to the gym is to elevate yourself, your mind, to feel good, to create energy. Why would you do that at night when you're just going to go to bed after? You can't use it.
Yeah.
So you do it to fuel yourself in the morning to then take it through your day. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Fuel your work, man. You're a better parent. You're a better partner. You're a better friend when you've gone to the gym and you've elevated. There's a huge difference, bro. Like when I greet my kid in the morning,
after workout, they know the energy. They're smart. Even just instinctively, they just know the difference in energy. That's their language, is energy. Yeah.
So they even know the difference. Obviously, a lot. If I haven't done a workout, there's more chance of me being sharp, being a bit more aggressive if they're doing something wrong. But when you exercise in the morning, it just changes your frequency, man. You're a different guy.
Straight away.
Yeah,
100%. I gym every day, but I haven't gym in 2 weeks because I had COVID, and I just felt so run down. And I'm just like, I can see how depression could come across.
Yeah, bro. I always think that.
But it could start creeping.
I always think that.
Yeah.
Whenever I miss a session, and my mornings just seem a bit dark, I'm like, I get why people are depressed. Because imagine I did this for a whole year, because that's what people do.
Yeah.
I'll be fucked.
Bro, I did it for 2 weeks, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
And right now, I feel like I'm not where I usually am, confidence-wise, everything. It's just because I haven't gone to the gym.
100%.
But I couldn't do anything anyways. Like, even in my voice, you can kind of still hear it, that it's kind of like nasally. But like, I'm good, I'm testing negative, not contagious, all that. But man, I've been struggling.
100%, man. But people don't see. I think people are so far gone that they don't see.
Yeah.
They don't see the link, because they feel, whenever they try and do some exercise, they feel so crappy because they haven't done it in so long that they don't actually feel the benefit.
Yeah.
But if they just trust in it and just know that, okay, this link between health and positivity and fitness is completely real, like 100% real.
Course.
You just need to get that connection back and not see it as a chore. But as well, when you're saying about like your guy kills you, which is good, you might want that, but that doesn't have. It's not how it has to be for everyone. Like, I get my guy to just do 30 minutes, 45 minutes in the gym. It's mainly for mind rather than fitness, because most of you don't do anything anyways. You ain't got to be able to run in a marathon. You just need that elevation in your mind, and your body will slowly follow as well, and you get the aesthetic look from it as a secondary byproduct of going just for the mindset, man, to just feel better. That's what it is. It's just feeling better. You want people to feel better. You want to feel better as a person.
I think my PT, my trainer is a friend of mine, so he just wants to make me feel like a piece of shit.
He just wants to watch you suffer.
Yeah, he just wants to watch me suffer, and he wants to tell me how much piece of shit I am, and how he's so much better than me in fitness.
That's a good coach, bro.
Yeah, and he leaves, and he's like, yeah, that was a pussy work. I'm like, man, I gave my best. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Sprint, run, burpees, this, that. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But you feel good. You feel good though, right?
Of course, I feel great. And I mean, every time I push past this limit that I never pushed before, and I'm like, wow, I can push through that.
Yeah, for sure.
But I do have to stop, because I do feel like if I keep going, I'm going to vomit. You know, so I do need to stop sometimes.
Yeah. But depends on your goal, man. Like, even what you said there, you could just be. You know, you don't actually probably need that level of like push in terms of what you do on a daily basis.
Yeah, correct.
But it might be for you that you want to take your mind to another level. Like, if you can learn to push your fitness there, then maybe you can learn to push your mind in somewhere else.
Correct.
So you use it for that, right?
Yeah. Listen, I own gyms in Australia, right? We've got 9. And you know, I talk to guys there, and I speak to them about, hey, what's your goal? And all of them say this, to clear this. None of them say I want to be big.
All of the consistent guys in the gym, they go there for the feeling.
Yeah.
They're addicted to the feeling.
Yeah.
And they just get big as a byproduct.
Yeah.
If you're there all the time, you're just gonna get big.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. So they chase the feeling. That's what you gotta chase.
You know, I set up my first gym in like 2017, and then I remember when we opened, people saying, oh, beautiful gym, who's the owner? They'd say, that's the owner. And you'd be like, that? I was like 94 kilos, 95 kilos, fat, out of weight.
Really?
Out of shape.
Right.
And they was like, how is that the owner? He's not fit at all. I like the business model, right? I was a businessman, I had other businesses, and I like the businent model. No perishables, cashless business, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So then I went into a breakup, right? And breakups is the best thing that any man can go through, I feel, right? So when I went through a breakup, I thought this is perfect, because I set up gyms before I needed it. Now I need the gym.
Yeah, perfect.
And now I've got 6 set up, or however many are set up. So I was hitting the gym every day, and I was like, this is perfect. Like, it's something that I needed. So it's men need to go through, like a breakup is such a good thing for a man. Such a good thing for a man. It will literally throw you in the gym, because it breaks you down, and now you build yourself back up. Right? So,
if you've got the mind to do that, or just the cleverness to do that, rather than just be in self-pity and
be a
just
victim.
Run to. There's 2 choices in that scenario.
Very true.
You have a run to the positives, the things that build you back up and make you stronger, or you run to the negatives, the thing that break you. So just as you went to the gym, there's other people that go to the alcohol instead. They go to the vices, they go to the drugs, then they're fucked.
Yeah. But see, even those people, if they force themselves to go to the gym, you can swing it. You can swing it to the other side.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? My theory is like there's a level of equilibrium that you don't feel anything, right? Underneath you feel negative, above you feel positive, right? Humans, we naturally want to feel something, because if we don't feel anything, we feel like we're not alive.
That's true.
So some people choose feeling bad rather than feeling good.
That's true, yeah.
Right?
Sure.
So you got to choose feeling good.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're going to feel bad.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that.
So you're not going to stay in the middle, because you're not going to feel anything.
Yeah.
And if you don't feel anything, you don't feel alive.
I like the middle temporarily.
Yeah.
And people, so this is, I talked to this about with my wife. When something happens, that she expects me to be negative about it. and I just sit in the middle instead.
Oh,
temporarily. I know what you're saying. You couldn't live there. It'd be the worst. You'd basically be dead.
Yeah.
I like to just be in the middle because I don't want to. I refuse to be negative. I try my hardest not to be negative. So I'll stay in the middle until I'm positive. So I'm either in the middle or positive. She was like, "Why are you not phased? Why are you not bothered?" And I don't want to be. You get that because I feel like the solutions are either in the middle, or they're when you're elevated, or at least the solutions are only when you're positive. So wait in the middle until you're there, and then figure it out. So I know what you're saying, but temporarily I like the middle. But then people will be like, people feel like if something happens to them, any adversity happens to them, or some misfortune, that they have to feel bad about it.
Sure.
But if you don't, you don't. If you're strong enough to not to, then don't.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah, of course. So okay, so let's go back to the business talk. So you're here. You're basically going out, meeting people, which is a great city to network, by the way.
Yeah.
And then you're finding, you want to target the higher level executives, which there's a lot of in Dubai, and you want to work on their mental health, their fitness.
Yeah, of course, not just them, everybody. But them as well.
Yeah. Is it mainly one-on-one or is it online?
It's online, but I feel a lot of people out here. A lot of people out here, like, I don't know if it's out here or if it's everyone, but they really need PTs. Like, they really want someone in person, which I find is a bit of a problem, because then you're kind of putting your health and your fitness dependent on somebody else.
Sure.
To an extent. If he's just there because you enjoy it, like yours is a friend, you'd rather be there with someone than no one.
Yeah.
But you probably still have the ability to do it even if he's not there.
Yeah.
But some people genuinely don't. So I'm like, no, come on the program, learn how to do it yourself, learn how to operate in the gym by yourself, learn how to eat by yourself. If you want a PT as well, then cool, perfect. You get both. But you need to be able to do it yourself. It's not going to be sustainable if you're always reliant upon a PT. So if you go on holiday, what are you going to do? You're going to not work out.
True.
If he goes on holiday, what are you going to do? If he's sick, what are you going to do? Just not go gym now and just sabotage all the work you've done.
Yeah.
So mine's online. So they would sign up. They'll get gym routines, nutrition plans, and then weekly calls, keep them accountable. Any mindset issues that they're having, any issues they're having with anything, then I just keep them on track. Like that, the calls are so fucking important, bro.
Yeah, of course.
If you look at some of my clients' graphs, like weight graphs, you'll see like their weight go down. They start with me here, their weight goes down, and then you'll see it go up and then down. And that up is when they fucked up. And that up is where we had the coaching call, and it's like, oh shit, goes right down. Like, fucking snap them back into place, bro. Damn. And then they get going again, man.
Yeah.
So that's how it works. But especially if I'm going into companies, and I'm speaking with a few now that want to put like 5 of their top guys on the program, then I will go in maybe like once a week and assess them, have a personal consultation, check-ins once a week, once a month, whatever they need. So for that, when there's multiple people, it's all right. But there's been a few people that want me to go like one-to-one person. I'm like, it's not efficient for me to do that.
Okay, so on top of that business that you're doing, what's the business called?
It's called Self.
Yeah, nice.
Self.
Good name.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, is there anything else you're doing?
Yeah, I also do have a coaching program for aspiring footballers.
Okay,
nice.
I
was running as I was playing in the UK. So it's very similar. Any players that want to go pro, and they don't maybe have they're not at academies, which is the majority of players. They don't have the information, the education, the support. It's just the same, works the same. They come on subscription based. We give them everything they need to know, gym wise, on the pitch, tactically, mindset, calls as well. We basically just training, bro. Give them everything that we've learned throughout our careers. We give it to them, and then hopefully just increase the chances of them making it pro. So 2 coaching companies. I still have the property in the UK.
Sure.
I've got student accommodation, apartment blocks that's running in the UK, but
nice.
Yeah, that's not something that I spend much time on.
Sure.
So bro, that's what I've got going on.
So how many units is there in that development?
So we've got 2, but they're basically, we built them together, so it's basically one project now.
Sure.
So the first one was 48 apartments, and then the second phase was 107. So together it's about 107 or 108. So together it's about 155.
Okay.
155 beds in Birmingham.
Wow.
So yeah, it was cool, man. Very cool to be involved.
That's amazing. And that's just passive income for you now.
Yeah, basically, bro.
Yeah.
And then it's just the rents are going up, it's appreciating. So it's good, man. Very glad I made the decision to do it. And I made it in COVID as well, where shit was a bit crazy. I was like, well, at the time it wasn't. It was like, oh shit. Because lenders started pulling out the market.
I
was like, oh, this
but
is
everything's
crazy.
cheap.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. But I just did. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
if I come through it, I know I'll get a lot of gain. So
Yeah. And are you looking at doing any property stuff here? Because there's a lot of money to be made in property here.
yeah, bro, it's crazy right now, isn't it? Everyone's
Yeah.
just real estate out here. Everyone I'm meeting just real estate, agent.
Yeah. Everyone. There's a TikTok where the guy's having a heart attack in a coffee shop, and the wife's like, "Is there a doctor here?" And she goes, "I'm a realtor." Are you a doctor? I'm a realtor. Everyone's a realtor.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
There's a lot of money to be made.
Yeah, do you know what?
Supply and demand.
I'm so focused on what I'm doing now with fitness.
Yeah.
I'm trying not even to get sidetracked by anything. Like a few things are coming, football's coming, I'm trying to palm it off. Other things are coming,
Sure.
other business ideas, I'm trying to palm it off. Like I'm really tuned into this purpose
Sure.
of trying to impact people through fitness and mindset. I'm definitely open to it though, for sure. I'm definitely open to it.
No, I mean more of, not as in you being a realtor, I mean more of you investing.
Oh, just
building,
investing.
Buying, building, selling, whatever.
Yeah,
because that's what you do. That's what you did in Birmingham.
Yeah, it depends, but I was smart the way I did it in Birmingham. Because I was playing, for all the football fans that were listening, I did it with a partner who did all the work. So I was smart enough to, I couldn't project manage a building, but one, I didn't have the knowledge anyways, but two, I didn't have the time. So I got with a developer who basically, so I basically was just an investor, and I got involved in little bits and pieces, and I learned as much as I could. So like if I could do the same out here, like meet someone who would just take me on the journey with them, and I just invest, then potentially, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, an opportunity here that everyone's, I don't feel like there's enough happening right now is renovations. Buying apartments, renovating.
A lot of it's like off plan now, right now.
Yeah, a lot of it is. But but you know, with the off plan stuff, they're going further and further out. So with the renovations, the houses that are like kind of in the prime locations, they're getting old. Right, they're aging quickly. So just buying apartments, renovating them, and flipping them.
Okay, is that what you're into? You're looking at?
No, I haven't done anything in Dubai. But
how long have you been here for?
1 year.
Okay. Oh, you're fresh as well.
Yeah, exactly 1 year last week.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
It's true that my partner was out here. The guy I was telling you about, he came out a few months ago, and he's interested in it. Everything's a lot easier here.
Yeah.
Like, bro, the planning permission was a killer for us in the UK. It took like a year and a half, and it took him even longer. I came in after. He was already fighting it, and then here it's like just easy, bro. I think it's like a couple months and you got it. So he's interested.
Yeah. Listen, the planning here is a lot easier. Everything's a lot quicker because you deal with the person directly. In Australia, it takes like 4 weeks.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, we'll think about it. 4 weeks. Well, where is it? Oh, it's been sitting at this person's office. He hasn't moved it to that department. It's a lot quicker here for sure.
Yeah.
The day that you got a big payday, what did you do with that money?
Well, I never got a big payday. I got a big contract.
Okay.
So I didn't ever get hit in one.
Sure.
You get it. It didn't, bro. It didn't even. I don't know why. At the time, it feels to me a lot more now. But at the time, I was still a bit like. Do you know what? I've always still had a bit of a scarcity mindset with it because of the nature of how you get paid.
Yeah.
In football, I knew that it was always fleeting, and I've never felt. I just don't believe footballers should ever feel like they're good at making money, ever.
Wow.
Like even now, I even act frugal in Dubai because I haven't proven to myself yet that I can make money outside of football. Good money outside of football. I mean, I've done well in property, but that's a bit different. I still in property, I don't feel like I made it.
Sure.
I just put it into a building and then it just happened. But I haven't actually made it. So that's how I felt in football. And that's why I started trying to get financially educated, look into business, start connecting with business guys, because I knew I'd have to learn the skill of making money, because I never planned on just retiring and then declining financially. I knew I could make more outside of football, no matter how much I made in football. So at the time, nothing really, bro. I was just trying to save and trying to invest it to make more money in the future. I didn't really think of it as much. I didn't feel rich or anything like that. I felt comfortable. Knew I could help my family out with certain things, but I never felt rich. So
it's not like
for that reason.
Where you see it and you start blowing it. No,
not me.
Lambo here. Mum's got a pink one. No, it's not like that.
Bro, even though when I think now, I'm like, oh, why? What? I get why I was frugal, and I'm happy that I was.
Yeah.
But I could have had a lot more fun. Not gonna lie. I was like very like straight.
Yeah, good. But that comes back down to your discipline and your character.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
You know.
Yeah, for sure. It's just long-term thinking as well, and just being just self-conscious of your circumstances. Like people just feel rich in the moment, but like, bro, you don't know how to make money. As soon as you get injured or as soon as you get old, all your skills of making money is just ended. You can't do it no more. With like an entrepreneur, business guy, they can make money until they're 90 as long as they can breathe. And they can make money. But football it's not the same. So until I prove to myself that I can make money outside of football, then I'll live a little. Do you know what I mean? Then I'll spend more and do whatever and have the fun that I could have had when I made the money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. And you know, there's a staggering statistic of like professional players in America that go bankrupt.
No. Oh, bro, yeah. Like the NFL players are the worst. Yeah, bro.
So that was obviously the character of you, of like just being you know, being disciplined on your spending and stuff like that. And you're in a good position now. Imagine if, you know, like we said before, NFL players.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. They're the worst, bro. Even, if you think about anyone, bro, like even like Mike Tyson, right? Who was getting like 30 million a fight.
Fuck.
But
he made $500 million in his career, then he had nothing.
Bro, it's crazy.
And he said that was one of the best days of my life because then the phone stopped calling. People stopped asking for money.
He had peace for once, bro. So yeah, man, I get that. But people are so shocked that it happened. I'm like, bro, this is obvious. What do you expect?
Yeah.
That you can't make money in any other way and they just spend it on crazy shit. Like, what do you expect? But it's not even that, bro. I'm not even scared of going broke or losing money. It's just the manner in which you do it is which I think is the worst. So people will go like I always knew. Now I'm at the biggest risk of going broke than I think other footballers because I take more risk. But that's because I'm going for what I want. So when I'd done the property, I knew if it fucked up, I put a personal guarantee up for the property. So if it got fucked up, they're coming to me for the money, right? So my risk of losing everything is now higher. Of course. But I don't mind going broke that way because at least I'm going to make more money and I'm going for a life that I actually want, and I'm aware of the risk I'm taking. But the manner which other people go broke is that they think it's never going to end. Yeah. And then they just spend bullshit, and then they go broke. Yeah. And then they're like, that's when depression hits. That's when they're at their worst, in their worst moments, because it's like it came as a huge shock. So it's different.
At least you're giving it a go.
Yeah, giving it a go. And the way I'm doing things and taking risks, I'm learning more about how to make money. Yeah. So if I do it, I've got a much better chance of going again. So it's fine. And
there are some there's some risks or some investments that you have to lose money on, and you learn the lesson from losing money.
Defo, yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've lost so much money in some businesses, right? But I've also made some as well. So it goes all ways.
It's the game, right?
Yeah, you have to. If you're scared of hot oil, you're not going to become a chef.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So it's like you gotta.
But that's the problem with a lot of footballers as well, because I was so open about what I was doing, investment-wise and property-wise. I obviously had a lot of players that reached out that were interested, and I tried to get them involved. I tried to be that bridge of good property and investment deals with trusted, vetted guys that are experienced, that have a good track record. Tried to be a bridge for them to give them access to it, but they were so scared. Yeah. They were just scared money. They just couldn't pull the trigger. Yeah. And I'm like, that's just probably the worst.
Yeah,
it's the worst.
100%.
So you can't go broke. If you go broke that way, that is the worst. You might as well do it.
Yeah, correct. The risk of not doing it is more than doing it.
Yeah, exactly right. 100%.
And have you read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Yeah, bro. That was a book that, like everyone, right? Yeah. Puts you on the path. That was the first book I really read. Yeah. Properly. So
he said in the book he said that his rich dad said to him, to do a business you need two things. You need balls. And you need like knowledge. You need like a calculated risk. You need to know something about the industry and balls. Yeah. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be smart. There's nothing special about you. Somebody that does or doesn't do it. Yeah. He's just got balls, and you got to risk it, right? Because the not risking it. Obviously, risking is a scary thing to do, right? But that creates the barrier to entry.
Yeah, for sure. Right? Exactly.
That creates the barrier. So people are too scared to jump over the fence. That means you have to jump over the fence if you want to be ahead of the rest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I love that. That's exactly it, man.
Yeah.
But as well, that's like why I probably got so much recognition for doing what I was doing, because I was the only footballer to do it. Because no one else was, one, courageous enough to probably even post about it. Yeah. Because they know they'll get shit for it. Yeah. And then two, obviously the scale of which I went to, that's my first project. Yeah. Did 48 apartments, my first one. Wow. So it stood out, didn't it? So people,
of course. Like
we said about the balls, yeah.
So what about your friends, people you went to high school with, when you got that contract and you're a professional soccer player for Liverpool, how did that change? Were people reaching out?
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, do you know how you hear about crazy stories about footballers?
Yeah.
Mine, I had nothing crazy. I think it's because how I shape my world and the people around me. Like, I've never had any like leechers or any people that have like done me dirty. I don't know, maybe I've just been naturally a good judge of character, and I've just really done well to avoid situations like that. So nothing's really changed, man. I'm not gonna lie. When I started like getting paid well, didn't really have old people trying to reach out. I just didn't.
No.
It's kind of strange actually how kind of smooth it went in that respect.
Okay, so you didn't have people in high school trying to badmouth you to the media or something like
bro,
that? No one reaching out to you about money?
No girls trying to put me in the newspaper.
No way.
Nah, bro. Yeah, very smooth, to
You
be
got
honest.
lucky.
Yeah, maybe lucky, or maybe just the way I did things. Maybe, I don't know.
True, no, it's not luck, it's about your character.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but there's probably luck involved, bro. There's some things you can't control. Someone just fucking does something crazy.
There's definitely luck involved in life,
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
for sure.
I look back on my success and I'm like, I got lucky. People are like,
Yeah,
it's I don't believe in luck. No, I got like, even a billionaire, like you have to have a certain level of luck to become a billionaire.
Yeah, you do.
You know?
You can't even fight it.
Yeah.
But then the things that are luck, it depends what you define as luck, man. Because if you went to a networking event and just randomly bumped into
Correct.
a guy, you went to the network event.
Correct.
You went there, so it's like, is it
Yeah.
luck? Is it not?
Yeah. I did a podcast with a guy called Master Siri, right? He said to me, very famous guy. He said to me, he preaches visualization. I said to him, if everything is pre-written for us, why would we visualize when everything's already pre-written? He
Yeah.
goes, your destiny isn't written, destinies are written. So you're walking down a road, there's a door on your left, door on your right, another gate, another door, whatever. Whatever happens when you go through that door has already been written.
But the choice you made.
But you choose which door you go down. Right?
It's nice you said that.
You go down that door, you're gonna meet the love of your life, have kids, whatever. You go to that door, you're gonna become friends with this guy, become business partners, become a billionaire, whatever. But whatever happens has been pre-written.
So just the bit in between hasn't.
You have to decide which door to go down. But whatever happens when you go through that door has been pre-written.
This is the one thing that boggles my mind, yeah. And this is where I like get caught up in the why religion loses me sometimes a little bit.
Yeah.
Because of stuff like that. I'm like, is it pre-written? Is it not? You know, when you're talking about Islam, like Allah's got a plan for you, but so is it my free will? Is it not? Is it his plan? So it's hard. But then when you say that and you say, okay, you got doors, you get to choose, but even the one you're going to choose, isn't that written?
Yeah.
Like I made that choice because I was pulled to it, right?
Sure.
So what pulled me to it? Was it
Sure.
destiny, right? So that was already destiny. It's hard, bro.
Have you read the book The Alchemist by Paulo
Yeah.
Coelho? So it basically says we're our own gods.
Yeah.
Right? That's what it's saying.
Yeah.
We choose our own destiny because we're our own gods. So that's what it means. It means you choose your own destiny. You are the god of your life to choose which direction to go. But what happens when you make those decisions is pre-written.
Yeah, it's a strange concept, isn't it?
This is a very strange concept.
It's a strange concept. That's why, bro, that's why I'm so,
Yeah.
I just follow the positive path as much as I can. I try and make all the positive choices I can so I can feel the most connected to whatever guides me.
Yeah.
So I don't even make decisions based on what I want anymore. It's like,
Yeah.
what I want to carry on playing football.
Yeah.
The selfish me just wants to play football for the enjoyment. But there was something else that was telling me that that's not what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
And if I take the selfish route and go and play, then things aren't going to go well for me. I'm not going to have whatever I want. I'm not going to be fulfilling my purpose, and that's never a good thing, right?
Yeah, of course.
So everything I try and do, the fitness, that's why I get up in the morning early. I train because that's when I feel the most connected and I can listen in to like my conscious the most. And I feel like that's God. That's within you. That's guiding you in the right place. That's Him, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's got to be the connection. And the more shitty, negative habits you have, the drinking, the drugs, just being unhealthy in general, blocks that connection the most.
Yes.
So I just try and stay aligned as much as possible and just try and go to wherever I'm supposed to go, wherever I'm being told to go, whether I want to do it or not. I just have to trust it.
Well said.
Thank you.
For sure. Like all these drugs and everything like that, these things, stop your connection from God.
Yeah. Brings you close. If you believe in negative and positive and God and the devil, then the negative is the devil, right? So the more aligned you are, the more positive you are, you're going to be closer to God.
Yeah.
And the more negative you are, you're going to be closer to the devil. So that's why anyone that comes on my program that's struggling, the first thing I'll get them to do, you got to cut the alcohol straight away. You got they come, they could even be like really successful financially, but they have no purpose anywhere else. Their kids don't like them, their friends don't like. Do you know what I mean? Other problems that money can't solve. It's it's just because they've lost that connection to what they're supposed to be doing. They thought it was just all about money, but it wasn't. It was a bigger purpose. So the first thing I get them to do, you have to stop drinking, you have to stop the drugs. So then at least you can just hear what you're supposed to do now. Because I don't know what someone's destiny is. The only thing I can get them to do is hear their own. And for them to do that, they just have to, they've got to cut out the negative shit, man. And then they can find it for themselves.
Yeah. So you played against Messi, right? What was that like?
Very, very disappointed. Overrated, bro. He's actually kind of shit, bro. Like, I was surprised how shit he actually was.
No way.
Serious, bro. Like, I don't know what all the hype is about.
What,
I just put him in my pocket, bro.
You could run rings around him?
Did.
Damn.
He nutmegged me once, luckily, like bounced off his shin and went through my legs. That was it.
That's it?
That was it, bro.
So
the rest of the day, I just cigar out.
What's his hot?
Bro, you tell me. I don't know. I'm joking, man. He was the GOAT, bro.
Is he?
Genius, man.
Oh,
genius,
you had
bro.
me.
Genius. Did I have you there?
You had me.
No, he's a genius,
You
man.
had me.
He's the best.
Is he?
Yeah, like when I actually played against him, there was one occasion that I said about the nutmeg, it didn't bounce off his shin. He was like, this one I knew he was the best. He was occupied with another player. Someone else was trying to tackle him. It was Jordan Henderson who I was playing with. He was trying to tackle him at a time. And I like snuck behind him to try and like surprise him quick and take the ball off him. I was like, shit, I'm about to rob Messi for the ball.
Yeah.
And he didn't even see me. He must have smelt me, bro. It smelt me or felt a little, his shirt move a bit. And then he literally just like slipped it through my legs at the perfect time. I was like, oh my God, what just happened? Unreal, bro.
Unreal.
Genius.
GOAT status. Obviously, being a professional soccer player for Liverpool, one of the biggest teams, you would have had a lot of women throw themselves at you, right? How did you like manage that? How did you manage your mental health and ignore that?
Yeah, bro, it was a lot easier for me because, like I said, I was so obsessed with my career that I wasn't even out like that. I didn't really drink, so I wasn't out as much. But that socials was a thing there, right? It started when I was maybe like 19, 20s, when socials started becoming a thing. So you get that, and as well as you start playing for like someone like Liverpool, you get so much recognition, you get new followers coming every day, so obviously girls coming by default. But as well, yeah, there was also a time, I think this is where it saved me a little bit, there was a time where a few players were getting tricked by girls, and that was being in the newspapers, like they'll go out and then they'll take pictures of them and I just went to a hotel with da-da-da-da. So me and my guys at the time were like really wary about girls. It was like a bit shook, to be fair, because a few people were coming in the newspapers. So we was always wary. So I mean, we wouldn't just go out with any. We wouldn't just go mess around with any. It'd literally be like ones that we looked like had something to lose as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So we really had to be like picky and shit with who we chilled with, the girls we chilled with, even if we were just chilling with them.
Yeah.
Like, even if they pick their phone up, I'm like, shit, she recording.
Really?
Like anything, yeah, man. We had to be so careful. Like, you're playing for Liverpool. Any story come out, they're gonna get paid.
Yeah.
It's good. It's for them. It's easy.
Yeah.
So it was always really, really like careful, man. There's even some some stories that some of the bigger players that have parties, they make all the girls put their phones in a bag before they come in. They have to, bro.
Yeah.
But you are constantly just like, is she recording? Is this a setup? Are you gonna get robbed? Like all the time, bro.
Did you have like NDAs and sign NDAs?
No, I didn't know.
Not like that.
But I was still young, so I wasn't a big deal.
Sure.
Like I've never been like a England international.
Yeah.
But if I was that, then I would 100% have an NDA. Yeah. Sure.
Sure.
It's a jungle out there, bro.
How many kids you got?
Two.
How old?
Two boys, five
Two boys.
and 3. He's about to turn 4.
Nice.
Next month, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
crazy.
see you on Instagram. They're doing push-ups and everything.
Yeah, bro.
You got them in the gym.
They get it in, man. I'm like, they're with me constantly, bro. So
yeah. Future athletes.
Yeah, bro. They love football, man.
Yeah,
they love
of
it.
course.
They love it.
And obviously moving to Dubai, how's the educational system here been for them? And one of the biggest things is, I feel like personally a little bit of dictatorship is good, just to drop non-sadistic dictatorship. Like,
yeah, for sure.
In Dubai, you're not allowed to talk bad about a business. You're not allowed to talk about the leaders, even though there's nothing bad to say about the leaders here. Everything they're doing has just been incredible for everyone, even the expats. But you look at Western world, everyone's like, they're so disrespectful and rude to, let's say, any prime minister who's on the street, and also on top of that, now they've been given free will, free reign, and now they're dyeing their hair pink and saying I want to be identified as a kettle today or whatever, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Like, how is that? Is that a conscious decision you made moving your kids here?
It was definitely part of it. So I homeschooled my kids in the UK. I'm homeschooling them here as well. Maybe temporarily, they probably will go into school here because I'm a lot more for schools here. But in the UK, bro, I really don't like it. So they weren't in school for a reason, because I just feel like the way that the UK is going and what they believe in, like you said about people identifying as different shit. I've heard some stories about they're talking about like sex at such a young age. I'm like, that makes no sense whatsoever. Why would you do that? And yeah, just all the things about just anyone just being able to identify as something else just sounds crazy to me. So I'm very, very controlling over my kids, and I feel like parents should be. So I need to be there all the time. I need to know what they're hearing. I need to know what people are saying to them. So I really don't let them just go with anyone. And definitely not for 6 hours straight with fucking some idiot in the UK that is overweight, out of shape. They got bad habits. They just done coke on the weekend. Now they're teaching my kids. And there's no way.
Yeah.
So I'm too protective. I like to be there to intercept any beliefs that they might have picked up that are wrong, and that will make them weaker. So that's why I homeschool them. I'm a lot for the schools out here. Just like you said, the way there's a slight bit of dictatorship, and they need that. They need boundaries. There should be dictatorship if what the problem is and what's being spoke about and being allowed is wrong and is negative. It should be. That's like me saying to my kids, you can't go out partying, or you can't drink alcohol, or you can't bring a gun to the house. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, free will, bring a gun to the house if you want. It's stupid. And I feel like Dubai has obviously kept that strictness about it, which is why I'll be a lot more for my kids going to school here.
Yeah, of course. No, very well said, actually. You need just a touch of non-sadistic dictatorship to keep humans within boundaries.
Definitely.
Because we'll always try to push out of boundaries,
always
right?
You'll take a mile, bro.
Yeah.
You give us an inch, we're taking a mile.
Yeah. We're always going to push the line and see what else we can do. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So, no, I definitely agree with that. Do people call you Kev?
Kev,
or
yeah.
Kevin?
Kev.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's called me Kevin in ages, unless my missus gets angry with me, right? Kevin.
It's funny because my mate who played the Barcelona, his name was Kev as well.
Oh, so?
Yeah, Kevin Ernesto Carmona Garcia. Kev, appreciate you coming on the podcast, my brother.
Thank you, bro. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, man. Of course. I'm glad I linked with you. I'm glad I connected with you.
You too, bro.
And yeah, man, I'm glad to call you my friend. So
thank you, man.
We'll do dinner soon.
Let's do it, bro.
We'll do dinner soon.
Let's do it in the Maybach.
In the Maybach.
Get
yeah. We got
the table up.